Okay, so friends, I'm Dr. Hinawani and we are learning some topics regarded to Olympiad maths exam. Now we had learned perimeter and area in the last session. Now we are moving ahead to data handling. So what is meant by data handling? So see, there are some informations, and that information is on large scale or in very much data is there. Okay, so we have to represent that data, or we can represent that data in a simplest form, so that it will take less place, it will take less time to understand it, and we can collect more and more information. Okay, so there are some types of handling these data or these informations. So what are those types? So we can represent that data by pictograph, means using some picture as a sign to represent the data. We can use bar graph or line graph. In the bar graph, this kind of bars are used to show the information. In a line graph, we use line segment to represent the data, and pie chart is a circular representation in which percentage wise we show the data. Okay, so first is pictograph, that is picture we use, like picture of tree, picture of particular thing which we are showing through that data. Okay, then in the bar graph we use this kind of bars, candle bars we use. Okay, in the line graph we use line segment to represent the data, and in the pie chart we use circular graph, and percentage wise or percentage wise shortly we show the data over there. So these only things we have to study in this chapter. So for the pictograph we see one example. Now see, this is one example in which uh, number of bicycles are shown which the dealer sold in every day of the week. So one bicycle represents total 5 bicycles. Okay, means when we saw the picture of one bicycle, it means there are 5 bicycles included in one bicycle. Okay, so on Monday how many bicycles are sold, are represented, in Tuesday, in Wednesday. So on the basis of this information, we had represented it in the smaller form, short form, and we can easily understand what's going on. Now see, on Monday how many bicycles are sold in short? 1, 2, 3, 4 cycles are there, and one cycle represents 5. So 20 bicycles sold on Monday. So instead of drawing 20 bicycle, we can just uh, shorten that data, and then we just represent the relation what is one bicycle is showing, and in short we had given the data in the form of picture. So now based on this picture or this pictograph or this picture diagram, there are some questions related to it, and we have to solve that question. Again, one pigeon, one vulture is there, and that vulture represents 1,000 vultures. So death of the vultures are represented by this data. Okay, now we will moving ahead to go. I will directly solve the problems here because no need to Now see, this is the picture of bar graph. Okay. Now in the bar graph, two axes are there. This horizontal axis known as x-axis and vertical axis known as y-axis universally. X-axis and y-axis, and x-axis represent different types of companies naming A, B, C, D, and this y-axis represent number of employees working in that company. So if I ask you ki in company B how many employees are working, so just draw the imaginary line to the y-axis from this bar and you can get the idea that 700 employees are working in company B. Now, how many employees are working in F, and difference in between F and A if they had asked us. So, first know how many working in F, that is 900, and A 300. So, difference is 600. Like that you have to answer the questions given in the question paper. Okay, this is the bar graph. Now, the line segment representing the data is known as line graph. See, again x-axis, x-axis, x-axis is there, y-axis is there. X-axis represent the month of the year and y-axis represent the number of printers uh, launched or sold in the month. So for January, if you want to know, this dot is representing the January month, this dot February month, this dot March, April, May, June. Now how many printers were sold in January? So 16 printers were sold. In February, 18. So this line segment represent the information, so it is known as line graph. Okay, and the last one is pie graph, pie chart. This is the pie chart. Now how many total things are there, so we have to calculate it. So if we calculate car, bike, scooter, bicycle, so there are 20 things. Now this circle is there and we have to divide this circle in 20 equal portions and then represent the each portion. Okay, so like that pie graph works. Now we'll move ahead directly to some solved examples and then we'll solve the examples. Now see, this is one question in which following pictograph tells us about the kind of book that Susan read. One guy is there naming Susan and he reads some kind of books like drama book, horror book, health book, travel book, comic book and something. So the picture of one book represents total 6 books. Okay. So first look how many drama book he read. 1, 2, 3, 4, not 4. He read 4 multiplied by 6, that is 24 books related to drama. Horror, how many? 18 books related to horror. Health, 30 books related to health. 1 book related to travel. 18 books related to comic. 6 book related to travel. So you are awake. Okay. So you are not sleeping in the class. That is a good sign. Now the questions are like how many book on health, travel and comic did the Susan read all together? Now see, we had calculated how many books he had read. So what we had asked, that health, travel and comic. Now go to the picture. Okay, go to the picture and check. Health related how many books he read? 30. Comic related 18. Health, travel and comic they said. So travel related 6. So count it. 8 plus 6, 14. 1 will be carry forwarded. So how many? 60? 60, no, 54. So 54 books he read. Okay, so where is your answer? Answer A. Now the next question is like, how many more books on health than comic are read by Susan? Now how many on health he read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And comic 3. So how many more he read? 2 sets are read more than the comic. So 6 multiplied by 2, that is 12 books he read more than the comic. Like this you have to answer looking at the picture. So this is very easy. So we'll directly solve the practice exercise. Now on the in the practice exercise I will show you one or two diagrams or pictures, and rest you do at homework because it is a very easy. Pie graph will take the exercise from the exercise only. Okay, now see, first question is graph in the shape of circle to show the relative size of data is called as pictograph, histograph, bar graph or pie chart. So what is the answer? Circle representing data is known as pie chart. So your answer is pie chart. Now this given bar represents number of students of different classes who participated in the competition. Now see, from class 1 how many students participated? 30. From class 2 50. From class 3 10. From class 4 60. And from class 5 again 30. Okay, now we'll answer the question. How many more students of class 4 than class 3 participated in the competition? Now see, on in the class 4 how many participated? 60. And in the class 3 how many students are participating? Only 10. So 60 minus 10, that is 50 more students from class 4 are participating in the competition. So like this you can answer. Two questions are for your homework. You have to calculate it. How many students together second and fourth were participated, and total all 5 classes number of students we have to calculate. Now the next graph is in the form of line. Okay, so this graph represents the number of people in the store at particular time of the day. Okay, so at 9 a.m. 10 people were there, at 10 a.m. 20 people were there, at 11 a.m. 15 were there, at 12 o'clock 25. So this x-axis shows the time and y-axis shows the number of people at that time. Okay, so first question based on it is, how many people were in the store when it is open? So it get open at 9 a.m. So how many people are there? 10 people. So your answer is 10. Okay. Now how many people were in store when it is closed? Now it is closed at what time? 4 p.m. So how many people were there in the 4 p.m.? 25. So your answer is 25. Now again two questions based on this, that is, what is the busiest time of the day in the store? So mark in the picture which at which time we get more people in the store, and that time is the busiest time. And how many people were there at store in between 1 to 2 p.m. also you can calculate. Okay. Now the next chart is in the form of pie chart. Now see, this pie chart represents number of books on different subjects sold by the bookseller. Now he sold science, social science, Hindi, English and mathematics ka book. Okay. He sold these different kinds of books. Now the first question is, books on which two subjects were sold by the seller equal in number? Now see, you can see this circle is divided exactly into the half, and this angle is 90 degree, means these two are also identical. So maths and English is your answer. That both the subject ka books are sold in equal number. Now the next chart is in the form of again pictograph. Now the question is, one plant represents 15 plants, and the difference between maximum and minimum number of plants we have to calculate in 2 days of the week when they are sold, maximum and minimum. So maximum sale or were planted in Wednesday, on Wednesday, and minimum planted on Tuesday. Okay, they had planted some trees, and one tree represent 15 plants. So on Tuesday they plant only 3, that is 3 into 15, that is 45. And on Wednesday they plant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 group. Okay, now 8 group on Wednesday and 3 least group on Tuesday. So difference we have to find. So difference is 5 multiplied by 15. So 75 is your answer. So it is a very easy chapter. I hope you understood. The data is represented in the form of some pictures known as pictograph, or it is represented in the form of bar chart, that is candle, or line segment, or pie chart. Okay, so all the best, and solve the examples which are given to you on in the homework, and we'll meet in the next class, and we'll take reasoning and aptitude.